name is Meg, and I am here with Dee Wagner, who is a dance therapist and one of our wonderful dance teachers here at Decatur School of Ballet. And she is going to be telling me today a little bit about our Mommy and Me program. So yeah, tell me a little bit about these Mommy and Me classes, because Mommy and Me isn't necessarily just about a mommy and a daughter per se. It can be any.
Well, and I think it's kind of a standard class over the years. It got called Mommy and Me back from when moms were the primary caregivers.
Right.
But now that's not true. And now dads come. I've had grandmothers that will bring their, every week it's a grandmother, sometimes nanny, sometimes it changes out. So it's kind of become a family class because the things we do are basic stuff that all ages enjoy doing.
Right.
They touch the sky, so you know how to touch the sky. Woo! Know how to touch the sky. It makes your toes point. Look at my toes. Yeah. It makes your toes point. Yeah.
So why is this 2-year-olds? Why is this a 2-year-old class? What is the importance of that age?
2 is a very important age. As psychologists call 3, the period around 3, our psychological birth. When we're born, we're like little marsupials, little animals that need a pouch. With our big old brains, we get born before we're completely formed, and we need this holding environment. That's why we hold our babies and keep them in our laps and in our little cocoons, little houses, little spaces, is because they need more incubation time. And around the age of 3, like a little Joey, a little kangaroo baby in the pouch, they jump out and they go back in and out, and the babies will crawl away, come back, toddle away, come back. Around the age of 3, they begin to really get that they are independent beings. And around 2, it's tough. That's why they call it the terrible 2s, because I like this pouch thing. I like this safe place that I can go to. You can begin to tell at this age, because of that wanting to stay near home base and mom is home, mom is cocoon, pouch, who are the primarily auditory visual learners, because they're much happier staying close to home base because they can learn through looking and listening. The kinesthetic learners have to go out and touch and engage and move their bodies. And so they're kind of running all around. I mean, they still have like radar connection. Are you still there? Are you okay? But there's this, I've got to go out. I want to go out. I want to touch. And one thing that is telling is the people who come back with the next, not only the next generation. Like I have had a daughter who did Mom and Me with her mother that came with her child. And often, the next sibling, because it was so valuable with the first. They come back. In fact, in this class that you just observed, 2 of the parents are back with a younger sibling who actually came and visited, or even when there are babies, sometimes the moms will put the baby in the baby seat or dance with the baby and with the child.
Wow.
So, and then when that baby gets old enough, bring it to class. So I find that to be testament that people come back. And as a dance therapist, one of my specialties is developmental movement, because we all have these moves in us, and either they got wired in a way that was highly functional, or sometimes the wiring wasn't as good as we needed it and creates dysfunction. And so to go back and kind of redo some of these basic moves of how we hold our head up and how we live in our arms and hands helps us feel like we can handle our lives.
Now, from a dance perspective, do you also see that as well? So they're doing these dance steps. You're using the ballet terminology. You're referencing other dance curriculums other than just a creative movement type of class. So many of them, I assume, will go into dance classes later in life.
It's almost universal that everyone at least goes into the 3-year-old class.
That's great.
And if they decide dance isn't the movement medium that's best for them, and they go into swimming or circus arts or gymnastics or whatever sports, that's fine.
Yeah.
This is the springboard it will make. healthier, more coordinated embodiment for whatever they do from here on out.
Absolutely.
I mean, that brings us to the importance of making it a class for the parents too.
Right.
And if it's possible to, so in the beginning section, I do like a story around this blanket that's a pond, and we make mountains and valleys, and that's yoga.
Yes.
I'll tell them this is for the big people. And then there's dance therapy, like we roll like worms, rolling on the ground for all of us. That's why in yoga you do the twists on the ground. And rolling on the ground really helps kind of center the nervous system.
Right.
Spinning your child helps to, kind of enlivens them. So it's nice to know things you can do to help calm and things you can do to be exciting and enliven. You hold your child and spin them by their arms. Some people say just don't do it because it can be bad for their joints. And I just teach how to do it. Right. So like for the adult, for the parent, really centering and not shortening by shoulders, shortened by biceps. So you're working on shoulder blades relaxing down the back, supporting with the core. And then it's a nice little arm workout. And then you hold the baby's hand, the child's hands like this. So here like that, like you put your hand like that, because then you see it's totally up to you when you're tired.
Right.
So I won't be hurting your joints because you're in charge.
Okay.
If you can't hold my fingers, then I don't do it. If your hand's weakened, I put you down. Even if it's just one little spin, and then I put you down. And over time, I can feel you strengthening in your arms, and then we can go longer. And then people will often strengthen the core. The kids.
I noticed that when they were spinning them, because some of the dancers were lifting their legs up, and I was noting that is a really difficult position, especially for us later in life, trying to develop that after growing and after already developing a musculature that may not be attuned to that type of thing. And so I feel like that's really wonderful. Mommy and Me classes are once a week here at Decatur School of Ballet in the mornings.
Mondays, 9:30 to 10:30.